Basically, they're just quads, hopped-up quad vehicles with special effect tires. That's what they are. 50 caliber machine guns. These don't look like they're for mission to Mars. These are 50 caliber machine guns. Joe, those are also, no, those are 50 calibers. Mining equipment. Like from an Indiana Jones movie. Joe, you want one of those quads? Think it'll work? Joe, how about the 50 caliber when you're behind courtesy? Yeah. It's just for Ryan. A horse is a horse, of course, of a horse. Oh, look, there's a lot of rockets up there.
You'll see our own sounds in town. It has its point. The Disney MGM Studios is not only a theme park, but we're also a high-tech working production of large standing cameras or fiberglass on a steel frame. Propellers you see are made out of wood and they are spun by a hydraulic motor. Now you may be saying, I know I saw more than 16 planes in that film, Lindsay, and I'm sure you did, but these are only 2 of the 16 that survived. There were only 12 real planes used in the filming of that entire movie, and all the rest of the planes you saw were CGI or computer-generated images added to the movie in post-production. Coming up on your left-hand side is our bungalows. I would suggest doing that right now, because we're going to Pearl Harbor, The Rookie, The Princess Diaries, The Royal Tenenbaums, and Snow Dogs. To produce, it's used for a more safely controlled environment for our camera most wanted, as well as the underwater nightmare sequence of the remake of House on Haunted Hill. The spaceship was flown by Christopher Lloyd. Are you Star Wars fans? We'll recognize the Snowspeeder and the Sandkit from Return of the Jedi and The Empire Strikes Back. Most of these military vehicles were chosen by Steven Spielberg to use in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which starred Harrison Ford and Sir Sean Connery. One thing you may notice by the treads on the tankers, they're made out of foam, rubber, and not metal. That's to save for wear and tear on our actors as they were thrown on it take after take. The 2 mine cars are made famous from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And speaking of Doom, this mechanical monstrosity is just Doom's Toontown Dipmobile from the Oscar award-winning movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And also from Roger Rabbit, we have the orange trolley and the 3 blue Plymouth. An orange trolley is not really a trolley at all, though. It's a modified city bus. You can see how we'd hide the fiberglass, the bus tires using the fiberglass coverings next to it on the ground. The 3 blue Plymouths are actually a set of 7. They show the different stages of destruction of one car throughout that movie. The yellow helicopter was flown by Bill Nye the Science Guy and used in Ellen's Energy Adventure, now playing in Epcot's Universe of Energy. We have 2 vintage planes from the Rocketeer. They're just props, so they never actually left the ground. Their engines are made of styrofoam. The black speedboat is from Disney's 100 Lives of Blackjack Savage. We have 2 space pods from the sci-fi blockbuster Starship Troopers. At the very end is the silver spaceship National Fighter Navigation. And if you look across our canal, you'll see the back of our residential street facade. As you can see, we only build what the camera's going to see. We stopped with the siding, a little bit of shingling on the back side of the house. That's a Hollywood trick we call saving a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
And from the direction we're heading, it does look like we got that clearance into that standing set I was telling you about a little bit earlier. Just need to make sure that everyone remains seated and keeps all personal belongings in close to you. The ride will get fairly bumpy in just a second.
Entering Catastrophe Canyon.
We are going to stop up here in just a second. You guys can take some pictures if you'd like, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what goes on in here. The design of this canyon was based on a real canyon in California. It took us about 6 months to build this, and it may seem like a long time for one set, but when you think about how long it would have taken Mother Nature to put this here, it's really not that long at all. Overhead is where the cameras would be mounted for a great shot down into the canyon. Like I said, they are only testing these effects. That's why there are no cameras up there right now. The tanker truck was hoisted up and over the back of the canyon using a large crane to put it in the position you see it right now at the director's request. A little bit earlier, they were testing a rain effect, and I guess they still are. This rain effect is produced by high-powered rain spots pointed in our direction. Even a crisscross pattern to make it look more naturally falling. It only goes out about 15 or 20 feet, so it's kind of pointless to get the whole set wet when the cameras can only see in 2D. We have to be able, scene 1, take 2. No, Director, who cut the scene? We'll get out of your way. We didn't know you guys were still in here. Director, who cut the scene, please?
If I knew the video camera would be sick, because I've been on before.
Oh, you good?
Yeah.
We can go look in the canyon right now, because in just a second when we turn the corner, you guys may not recognize it at all. Look over on your left-hand side, and you'll see that our canyon's active steel structure covered by wire membrane. Everything covered by colored concrete, hand-formed and painted to look like the rock that you saw. The yellow pipes behind the fence carry the propane gas for the fires and explosions, and all the gray pipes carry the water for the flash flood. That flash flood was actually 70,000 gallons of water being dumped at you from the top of the canyon, giving a more forceful effect using water cannons. Those water cannons are so powerful. If we took one in New York City and put a basketball in it, we could shoot that basketball up and over the Empire State Building. The earthquake effect, if you will, was a 5.1 on the Richter scale, produced by hydraulic shaker tables underneath the bridge. Those shaker tables are so powerful that if we put a car on the bridge, you can pop it over the railing into the bottom of the ravine. Pumps to and here to transport all the water from the bottom of the canyon back up to the very top. This was a little help from the Hollywood Special Effects team. What may have seemed like an uncontrolled disaster was actually a safe computerized sequence of events. The whole thing can be reset in just 3.5 minutes. And on a busy day, that's just enough time for our next shuttle load of visitors. But right now, we're going to head from the canyons of California all the way back across the country in New York City. Sit back and relax. We'll have you guys across country in record time. And just one second, look over on your right-hand side, and you'll see our 234 Mickey Mouse as well. Showcase where they do have a great exhibit playing called Dress to Thrill, Fashionable Women of Film, where you guys can see costumes worn by some of the great female actors.